Charli XCX, Chains of Love. Let's talk about it.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It, Music Reviews, Season 11. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. Guys, we got a pretty good episode for you today. I was thinking, we're going to take a slight break from all the Summer Walker action of her new album. And we're going to, take a little bit of a pit stop and talk about Charli XCX because, she's not the only one that's dropping an album. I'm pretty sure Charli XCX is dropping a whole ass album too. Now, I was looking at Twitter. I guess I was a little bit wrong on my last episode. I guess you could say this is like a soundtrack, but it's also going to be at a completely original album, full ass a 14 song. So it's going to be an album, but I guess it's also going to be part of a soundtrack too. And y'all know how I really feel about these kind of soundtrack and album kind of, things coming together. Sometimes it can be good, sometimes it can be bad. I know we checked out Rod Wave doing some soundtrack shit and it wasn't that good. But anyways, Charli XCX, Chains of Love. This is actually a song, so I'm very thankful. This isn't, talking for...
Hey there, it's Dr. Sanjay Gupta with some exciting news to share. CNN is now streaming. That means you can read, watch, and stream everything in one subscription. You can watch news live 24/7. You can also explore catch-up videos and explainer videos. And you can also watch a library of CNN's originals, including my latest documentary, It Doesn't Have to Hurt. Just go to cnn.com/all-access.
3 minutes and then we call it a goddamn day. This is actually a full ass song, so let's get into it, starting off with the beat. I really enjoy the instrumental. It kind of reminds me definitely of some more it reminds me of a cinematography type movie for sure, the way the violins are. But I really like the drums on here. I think one of the standout things on this track right now is the drums, the way that bass kind of kicks in. It's also got that movie vibe with it, but it's also got that kind of, very larger than life, kind of bigger than life kind of sound to it, which is pretty fire when you're listening to the track. I'd say this instrumental is pretty nice. I like the violin. I like how the violin has, multiple switch ups. It just makes the track really enjoyable to listen to, which is really nice. My only thing about this instrumental is that, it's just kind of that movie sound. And I guess that's what you're going for if you're going for more of a soundtrack. So that'd be my only complaint, is that, it kind of sounds, more like a movie type thing. And I don't really like the final switch up when everything really comes together. Those drums start crashing in, the violin gets a little louder. That final switch up is not, entirely, something that I really enjoy that much. But it gets the job done, and if you overall enjoy, this type of, sound, I think you're going to enjoy this type of song, to be real with you. So Chains of Love instrumental is nothing to really, ride home about. It's kind of, that simple kind of violin. You got the heavy drums. You make it larger than life. You kind of make it really, big when you're listening to the song. But when you break it down, it's kind of, a little basic. But I really do enjoy.
This episode is brought to you by Netflix. This Monday night, witness the end of an era. John Cena takes center stage for his final appearance ever on Monday Night Raw. One last match, one unforgettable farewell. Come celebrate the legacy of a true WWE legend. Monday Night Raw, November 17th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time, only on Netflix. Be there for the moment everyone will be talking about.
With that violin, so there's things I like, there's things I don't like, and yeah, it's kind of how I feel about it. But let's get into the first verse from Charli XCX. We'll get into it. Starting off, already I'm liking this song a lot more because this vocal style is really good. I really enjoy this vocal style. It sounds really nice when I'm listening to the track, and overall, nothing wrong with this vocal style. I mean, the last song, the other Wuthering Heights soundtrack song, I mean, maybe I get it because it's mostly talking, and then you get the screaming, the screamo sound. But guys, I really do not like the screamo sound. Not if Charli XCX does it, not if fucking, I don't know, anybody else does it. Like, if Taylor Swift starts doing it, I'm gonna fucking lose it, covering this shit on this show. You know what I'm saying? But I really do like this vocal style. I think the singing is really good. I like the slight flow switches that are happening on here. And then you get to that hook. That hook kind of comes in, and I really enjoy that hook. I think that hook is definitely 100% a standout. And one of the things that I really do enjoy about the hook is that the hook has multiple switch-ups kind of baked into it. Charli XCX is really good, doing all these different switch-ups, adding value when it comes to that when you're listening to the song, which is pretty cool. You start off with the vocal style that I really do enjoy. The singing is really powerful and beautiful. And then we get this switch up where she kind of, switches her vocals. We get more of a higher pitch. Those background vocals really come seeping through. And then we get this other switch up where kind of the instrumental calms down. And maybe you're expecting Charli XCX to calm down too. But no, she kind of does a vocal run. She kind of holds out her vocals and kind of kills it on the hook wise. So that's a really cool thing in my opinion. And I really do enjoy what I've heard from this hook. I think honestly, going from, the remix album, or the deluxe, whatever it was like a deluxe with a bunch of remixes. There was some good vocal style tracks, but there wasn't tracks like, that really had powerful singing like this. I think the singing is really good on the hook. And on the verses too, you get that second verse and you get more powerful singing. You get some nice flow switch-ups.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Carvana lets you buy your next car on your terms. Explore a massive inventory online, filter for what matters, and find your perfect match. Then choose delivery to your home or pick it up at one of Carvana's iconic car vending machines. Every car also comes with a 7-day money-back guarantee, so you can make sure it's the right fit. Buy your car on Carvana. Delivery or pickup fees may apply. Limitations and exclusions may apply. See our 7-day return policy at Carvana.com.
Carvana.
Sound really nice in my opinion. And then you get that final rendition of the hook where, kind of the instrumental kind of unravels itself, kind of like a present. And, you get that final hook really larging in, really doing its goddamn thing, which is pretty cool. I really do enjoy what I've heard from this song. Overall, guys, when we talk about this track, when we talk about Charli XCX, Chains of Love, this is definitely one of the better tracks that I've already heard from this Wuthering Heights, album. So, I'm wondering now, as we're about to be moving into, this album actually coming out, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about, coming up very soon. But one of the things that I definitely do look forward to is, hey, this project right here, we might cover it. We might cover a few tracks or cover the whole thing. I don't know. We'll see. But already, if this is the second track, the second single for it, I'm already pretty impressed. I'm already having a good time. We can completely forget about that other one and call it a goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is really cool. Charli XCX, Chains of Love. This was a nice surprise, a nice banger-ass song in my opinion. The instrumental is pretty good. The verses are pretty good. The hook is absolutely phenomenal, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, overall, I'm easily going to give this track a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, guys. What y'all think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. If you're on YouTube, Spotify.
Kay Jewelers Early Black Friday sale is happening now. Get up to 50% off Black Friday deals and up to 40% off everything else. Don't miss this sale. Start your season with savings, only at Kay. Exclusions apply. See Kay.com/exclusions for details.
Starting a business can seem like a daunting task, unless you have a partner like Shopify. They have the tools you need to start and grow your business. From designing a website to marketing to selling and beyond, Shopify can help with everything you need. There's a reason millions of companies like Mattel, Heinz, and Allbirds continue to trust and use them. With Shopify on your side, turn your big business idea into Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at. Make sure you follow, turn on notifications, guys, because we got a lot more content coming out. We got a lot more Summer Walker coverage coming very soon. We also got some other stuff, other stuff coming up very soon. But, one of the main things we're going to be talking about during the week is definitely Summer Walker, because we got a lot of features to cover, a lot of big songs that she, has, because she got, every fucking feature that you can think of on existence. But anyways, guys, y'all have a good one. I'm excited for this Wuthering Heights thing. I really do like if soundtracks become, original works, if it actually becomes a full-ass album. I think that's a really cool thing. So I'm excited to see what's coming up next, and I will see y'all later. You have a good one. Yeah, guys. Bye.